You know, he's going to turn the pump on. It's probably going to take about another half an hour to reach over here. Ain't that right?
What's that?
Take about half an hour to get over here.
Calling me fat?
Huh?
Oh, the water.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me.
Well, yeah, and you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Alfie's Agriculture. Today, we have a man in the background. We have Kian's cultivating. And yeah, anyway, today we are going to be doing some more planting. We're going to be sowing parsnips in the parsnip and carrot bed. Obviously, we've already done the carrots last week. We're going to do parsnips today. We're also going to do pumpkins, which we have to plant into little pots first. So we're going to use composite pots like we did for the peppers. And then we're going to put those into a little seed tray just to get started, and then we plant them out once they're big enough. And that works out well because the last two beds we haven't cut the ground sheet from in them yet, so they're not ready to be planted anyway. So obviously, yeah, we'll have pumpkins in one, and then we've got the last bed which will be potatoes, but the potatoes aren't ready either. We've bought the potatoes, we've got some seed potatoes, and then we've also got sweet potatoes as well, which it's very excited for. We do like sweet potatoes, so we're going to plant some of those. And yeah, we've got the potatoes, we're just waiting for them to start tubing and sprouting. So yeah, whilst we're waiting, we can do those beds in the near future. So here we are. As you can see, I've already watered the carrots, but I haven't watered this end of the bed where the parsnips are going to be yet, because obviously I need to plant parsnips in first, and I don't really want to be planting in mud. So yeah, I'm just going to pull out the weeds that are in here as well before I plant, just so then the parsnips have a better chance to actually sprout and they're not getting destroyed by other plants that have already grown. So I just put my gloves on because some of these plants don't look too friendly. Nice, there we go. So now I've cleared the weeds out, and there's a few parsnips that have already started growing from last year. I guess they were just still in here, the seeds, and they've actually just sprouted, which is nice to see. So I've left those in, and I'm just going to add some new parsnips in. So now Kian's here for reinforcements.
Hello.
Kian's a voice, by the way.
I'm just a concept, I don't exist.
So I've got some parsnips. I'm just going to do 3 rows.
3 rows of parsnips. So which ones are the ones that started growing already?
See that? That's a parsnip leaf. Carrots look very similar. Carrots look like that, the same sort of size. They look a little bit more like stinging nettles though.
Ah, fair enough. So they're going, oh, that's a nice carrot. Ow.
That's a parsnip there, so I'm just going to dig around that one. Move that one in.
This is so dry, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh. This one's going to be difficult.
So you're doing half parsnip, half carrot?
2/3, well, 60% carrot, 40% parsnip. You just finish that for me. Little trench.
Nice and wet here.
Yeah, it will be underneath because it's connected to the ground.
Parsnip there?
It could be. Dig it from the side of it. Don't cut it. Just dig down and. There we go. It's from last year.
No, so you can see we've been that quick at planting stuff this year that it's grown already.
Jeez, look at that. That's a good size right there. That is massive. That's actually too big.
That's too. Fill me up.
Honestly,
there's too much parsnip.
I think it's more about personality, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Why did I just... What am I doing?
On the packet, I see.
Dear.
You've not given me many on these, have you?
No, there's 50 of them, apparently. That's what it says on Seeds to Suit. Approximately 50 seeds per packet. Alright. There we go. And then just brush over the dirt with the hand.
Oh no, one with seeds. There we go.
Get these roots out.
I'll just brush the dirt back over it slightly.
Yeah, just... You don't want to like properly pile it up because they're only supposed to be about ½ centimetre under the soil. Just brush it evenly over, basically.
God, you see all the ground sheets.
So I wonder what captioning will auto-correct that as. Now, me and Kian can show off what we spent about 20-30 minutes doing before we started filming.
Yeah.
Which was
20-30 minutes is generous.
So we've got a hose which runs from the water well. So we've hooked it up to the pump, and then we've got a quick connector on there so we can put on like one of them little hose sprayer things.
Alfie's also neglected to tell you the fact that this guy struggled to put the connector on for a good 15
the quick
minutes.
connector, I'll be real, was really difficult.
It really weren't. I did it in
easier.
seconds. This guy took about 10 minutes trying to do it.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
It really weren't.
Keaton's strong, guys.
Yeah, we took a very long time trying to unkink this thing.
Yeah, this hose was properly
It's kinky hose, honestly.
Very kinky hose.
Too much work for us.
These hose be kinky.
These hose do be kinky. I like mine vanilla.
Jeez.
Right, now he's going to turn the pump on. It's probably going to take about another half an hour to reach over here. Ain't that right?
What's that?
Take about half an hour to get over here.
Calling me fat?
Huh?
Oh, the water.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me.
Well, yeah, and you. So it's going to take me a very long time to do this, so.
I just had to do 3 beds.
What are you doing? Picking out garlic?
No, picking out weeds.
Ah.
This is onions, by the way, not garlic.
Oh. Are you doing garlic again this year?
Yeah, it's wild garlic though, so I'll plant it at the end of the year and then I'll harvest it next year. Plus it comes with the wild garlic leaves, which you can use to season your food.
Oh, nice. Do you reckon that's watered enough, or more in this area here, obviously?
Yeah, properly soak it. Properly soak it. Go over the spot, like the wet parts again. It's a peaceful life.
Yep.
I could help you with that.
It's honest work. If only it was that simple.
Yeah.
Pretty sure piss would kill the plants.
Well, you'd be surprised, my usual piss spot's actually thriving over there. I'll be real. So, you have an option. Do you want to? You got 2 options. Either we plant pumpkins in seed pots,
Yeah.
or we do the bed.
Pumpkins sound quite nice.
Do pumpkins then. So now we are in the polytunnel, and we're just going to be planting the pumpkin seeds. So, I got this packet from Seeds to Suit, which I spoke about last time, which I got most of my seeds from, and it says about 5 seeds in here. And then Keaton's also got a packet of pumpkins, which we decided we're just going to put all in one seed tray. And there's about 10 in there, so that's 15 seeds, which works really well, because 15 pots fit perfectly into that tray. So that works really well. So there are 2 different types. We've got pumpkin mammoth gold variety, which I didn't realise, but apparently they grow to 25 to 45 kilograms, which is absolutely mental. That means 2 of them is 1 of me. That's crazy. And then we've got Keaton's.
Yeah, that's generous, isn't it?
No, 45 kilograms is half a 90. I'm 90 kg.
Yeah, sure.
And then we've got Keaton's ones, which are Pudsey. So I'm just going to search those up now, because I'm not actually sure how big they grow. Let me just see. Pumpkin Pudsey.
Whilst he's Googling that, I'm currently filling up the thing with soil for us. To,
Keaton's just by the little planting station, getting some soil, popping it into the composite pots. It doesn't actually say how big they normally grow to, so I guess that'll be a surprise.
So I do,
oh my god, they're huge!
So I do that one there.
Oh, I was just going to do this, so just lay it front, because otherwise the propagator won't fit on top. So I'm guessing the point goes down.
Oh dear.
I'm guessing, I don't know. Maybe it says on that one. Deep edge down. Or edge down, sorry, yeah, so the pointy edge down.
Do these go in the greenhouse, or do these...
Yeah, they stay inside, in the warm. It says 18 to 20. So here it's 22 when I left it, so maybe here's better because it's really hot in there. So maybe it's too hot.
Do you want to put it in my one?
Yeah, could do. It's just, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
My plants in there are just dry. The soil's just so
but
dry.
actually, to be fair though, mine gets very hot as well.
I think here's a good,
Yeah.
because it won't get too cold or too hot in here.
So I think that's the problem with the flowers. Eleanor's flowers in there, they're grown, but it gets so hot in there
Yeah.
that no matter what fluid you put in there, it just drowns them.
Right, these don't actually need to be in the sun for a few weeks because they're going to be below soil.
Yeah.
So leave them down here.
Is there anything else you want to propagate whilst we're here?
Well, my potatoes, I don't actually know if they've started tubing yet, so I don't know if they're ready to plant. Not that we can actually anyway, because we've got to do the beds.
Yeah.
So the pumpkins are in there, just on the shelf below the top. So they're on the shelf just below the top. Got the small packet, or the small propagator, which is the mammoth ones, and then the big one at the back, which is the Pudsey ones.
Small packet, it's not the weekend yet.
I just want to show you guys something. When I arrived here today, I realised something has grown in my compost bin.
Definitely not that wheelbarrow, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's not a great wheelbarrow, is it? The wheel's good though. It's better than nothing. But yeah, anyway, if you look at that, that is a certain familiar looking plant, isn't it?
Jesus.
What is that, Kian?
It's a fucking potato.
That's a potato plant! That's a potato plant!
The potato famine.
It's wild, isn't it? So yeah, I'm actually just going to leave that there. Then later on in the season, just give it a little dig and get some potatoes out of it.
You've actually turned out better than any of our potatoes we grow.
Probably, yeah, because this is all rich, you know. It's better than this soil that's been dying. But yeah, probably nice and warm in there. Look, some nice potatoes growing.
Looking back on it, I wish we had done this when we...
Yeah, when we built the beds. Oh god, it would have been so much easier. Oh well, live and learn, innit?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to take my shirt off.
Like they say, Rome weren't built in a day.
Rome was not built in a day. Not at all.
Yeah, I'm not that confident to post that on there. Yeah, I've got a bit of the
Yeah, me
dad
too.
bod
When
going
I'm
on.
not flexing.
I'm not flexing either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. When I'm not flexing, I've also got it. So in case you're not actually aware of what we're doing, we're moving the dirt to one side of the bed, so then we can reveal the ground sheet underneath.
So we decided not to do it when we first built these beds.
Yeah.
And now we're regretting it.
And then we can cut the ground sheet out.
Because you didn't listen to Mummy.
Actually, it was because when they're separated from the ground, you're less likely to have a weed problem. However, the soil that I used was reused from the previous beds, which evidently had lots of weed seeds in them anyway. Yeah, Kian brought a Stanley blade, rather than us having to use those awful scissors this time, which will definitely make this process a lot quicker and nicer for our thumbs.
God, yeah, bliss the next day after that.
Yeah. Oh, blimey. Not any easier on the back though. Oh, God, no. Okay, so we're finished with this bed. We still have another bed to do. Obviously, we're not doing that today. Kian's gone home. He was helping me. Got about halfway, and then we ran out of time for him. He had to go, so I just finished it off on my own. But obviously, I greatly appreciate the help. Thank you, Kian, as always. But yeah, got it finished. Took out the rest of the ground sheet underneath the soil here, and then I've just used a garden fork to break up the soil that was compacted underneath the ground sheet, just so it integrates into the topsoil nicer. So there's any plants that go in here, they don't struggle to pierce through that layer of really hard soil. And then obviously I've raked out the soil back to flat. So this one is ready to go. I imagine this will probably be potatoes going in here, just because that will be the next thing that's ready to plant. Obviously we've still got the pumpkins, but they're going to be a while, I believe. So obviously they can wait until the last bed's done. But yeah, since this one's ready to go, and most likely the next thing will be potatoes, we're just waiting for them to start sprouting. And once they do, they can go into here. So that'll be, I think we've got King Edward, Maris Piper, and Charlotte potatoes. And then we've also got sweet potatoes as well. So that'll be a nice variety of different potatoes in this bed. And then, yeah, pumpkins will be in the last bed. I'm a bit concerned about how big the pumpkins are going to be and if that bed's big enough. If you guys have grown pumpkins before, specifically the Mammoth Gold, or you know anyone that has, do you think that bed will be big enough? Because it says on the packet, or it says on the website that I got them from 25 to 45 kilograms when they're fully grown. That's kind of scary to me. I don't know if that's going to be big enough for 15 potatoes. Oh, no, it's not even 15. It's not potatoes anyway, pumpkins. It's 18 we've actually got, because we had 13 seeds in Kian's packet. So, yeah, loads of pumpkins. We're going to absolutely just cram them all in there, all the pumpkin plants. It'll probably be too over-cramped, but oh well. If they're not 45 kilograms, I'm not complaining, to be honest, because that's freaking huge. Anyway, yeah, we're going to leave it there for today. It may not seem like we've done a lot, but we have been here. Yeah, in your own time, come on. We have been here for like 4 hours now. Doing this takes about 2 hours on its own, and obviously we were here before we started filming, doing the hose and watering and everything. So yeah, it's been a productive day today, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching as always. If you want to support the channel, you can head to the Amazon wishlist in the description, get some goodies for the allotment. And also you can go to the merch store, which is linked to the channel, and get yourself some clothing. Currently we've got beanies, which are probably not, they're out of season right now, it's obviously getting warm. But we've also got polos, which just came in, and also mugs. I'm going to get teas probably, maybe a baseball cap, a water bottle, things like that. I'm going to get those all designed and up on the store as soon as possible for you guys. But yeah, I really appreciate all the support that's coming in through there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios and deuces.